Hello everybody, thank you very much for joining me today for another Twilight Zone video in my Twilight Zone ranking series where I rank every episode of the original Twilight Zone from my least favorite to my favorite. Today I'm going to be talking about number 7, The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street, written by Rod Serling and directed by Ron Winston. This is a season 1 episode, and as always there will be spoilers. So The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street is one of those all-time classic episodes that is most associated with the Twilight Zone, and in my opinion for good reason, as this is an all-time great episode. I think it's because the episode still feels so modern and so relevant. The concept is great, and Rod Serling's script and Ron Winston's direction are both exceptional. The episode has a great premise and some really strong editing and a great score as well. This is one of the biggest Twilight Zone casts, led by Claude Akins, Barry Atwater, and Jack Weston, and the whole cast does a really great job. This episode starts out in a seemingly normal neighborhood when a shadow passes, followed by a flash of light. Soon everyone notices strange things happening with the power, with appliances, radios, things like that. So they basically have like a town gathering to discuss what is going on. So one of the men named Pete says he will walk over to the next street to find out if they are also affected by the strange happenings going on, which seems reasonable. Two other men named Steve and Charlie want to check things out as well, but a boy named Tommy says they shouldn't because he read a story where aliens have invaded. While it seems like most of the townspeople somewhat dismiss this, it is definitely now in their minds. So another man named Les can't get his car started, but when he walks away, it starts on its own. This makes people suspicious of Les and makes them think he might be the alien invader. Charlie also adds that Les has always been weird, adding suspicion. Suddenly, everyone starts ganging up on this man who tries to defend himself, but no one seems to be convinced that he and his family are not behind this. So at night, Charlie continues to monitor Les. Steve, who has tried to keep everyone calm and kind of be the voice of reason through all this, tries to convince Charlie to just go to bed. Then someone starts attacking Steve. They start turning on him. So everyone is definitely starting to lose it at this point. And I thought these scenes were so convincing and well done. The acting and direction are fantastic. And at this point, I am totally invested in the characters and the story and everything that is happening. So as tension builds, a shadow is seen in the distance. Charlie, already being in a panic, takes a gun and shoots the shadowy figure, which turns out to be Pete, the neighbor who had left earlier to check the other street. So now everyone turns on Charlie and says that he is the alien, and this is a complete mess at this point. It's turning into chaos. They actually start throwing things at Charlie, who tries to deflect blame as well on Tommy, the kid who came up with the whole alien idea in the first place. So now we have complete confusion as lights start flickering all over the place. More strange things start happening. It's pretty much a riot at this point. Then, in one of the great Twilight Zone twists, we see an alien spaceship and find out that they are behind all these strange happenings. It turns out this is all part of a master plan to conquer Earth, and the humans fell right into the trap. So, an all-time great Twilight Zone twist in an episode that is packed with action. So much happens in a half an hour that it's actually pretty amazing. The episode could have become a mess in my opinion, but everything just works perfectly. It's a very complex episode for a half hour. The acting, script, editing, and direction are all great, and I really love the message here. It's very well done and in a very creative way, and I do feel like Rod Serling's closing narration is one of his best as well. So overall, I just feel like everything about The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street is great and memorable. And in my opinion, this episode is an all-time classic, and it's also my second favorite episode from season 1. So for all those reasons, The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street comes in at number 7 on the list. As always, feel free to let me know what you thought of this episode, if you liked it or not. Thank you very much for your continued support, and thanks for watching.